This morning, a man awaits charges after police say he caused a fatal crash on East Washington Avenue. We'll have the latest.
And we're kicking off Madison's Black Restaurant Week, which has added meaning this year after several Black-owned businesses closed their doors earlier this year. What to know before you take your family there.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning, Wisconsin, and thanks for joining us on this Friday, August 9th. Hattie McLean gonna have a few weeks off here, so we've got Chris Reese and with all the good news. She leaves and the weather's just great.
You get to take that.
Wow. We just rolled Hattie under the bus.
No, she started it yesterday. She did give us one good day.
No, we've had 2 weeks of nice weather.
That's true.
But Chris Reese's smiling face does perpetuate it.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, it's going to be another beautiful Friday out there. Temperatures already at 54 degrees. I say already like it's winter or something. It's 54. That's the moral of the story. So temperatures are into the 50s. The winds are calm. Janesville is at 57 right now. Monroe has now bopped back up towards 60 degrees. Black River Falls still kicking strong at 44 degrees. Now here's high resolution Doppler. We're actually free of showers and thunderstorms. All the little green blips there are just radar attenuation. It's not real. But high pressure will stay in control for us. There is a weak little stationary front that's keeping all the showers and thunderstorms at bay. So that's what's going to keep us dry as we go through today and throughout most of the weekend, though there will be some minor rain chances overnight Saturday. In the meantime, look for those temperatures to reach the mid-70s by lunch. We'll top out later on this afternoon right around 79. And again, I just want to stress that this is all coupled with sunshine, so it's going to be a beautiful day, and I think folks should just bottle this up and enjoy it if they can.
I want to stress, we love Hattie very much. In case she's watching this morning, before she leaves on her vacation, we appreciate all that she does for us.
We all love Hattie.
Our mom on the mornings.
Yes. Yeah, we miss her. Yeah, she's going camping with the kiddos. They're heading out west.
At Yellowstone,
for a couple weeks.
Yeah,
2
good
weeks
luck
without
to her.
electricity. Yeah.
Hattie can do it. I was like, Hattie has this down.
Josh, on the other hand.
No, I'm still struggling, as you can tell. Barely talk. Too much nature, too much nature.
It's all good. It's all good.
Chris, thank you very much.
My pleasure, Josh.
All right, first this half hour, the Packers are undefeated after their first preseason game against the Texans last night. This marks Coach Matt LaFleur's first outing as a head coach, but we were still without standout stars Aaron Rodgers for the Packers and J.J. Watt for the Texans. The teams were tied 7-7 in the second quarter, but ultimately the Packers pulled ahead and beat Houston by a slim 2 points. The final score, 28-26. The next game is set for Thursday in Baltimore.
Developing right now, Beaver Dam police are still looking for a vehicle that hit a young child and then drove off. It happened just before 6:30 last night at the intersection of South Spring Street and East Davis Street. The car is being described as a late 90s or early 2000s model silver sedan. The name and condition of that child are still being withheld right now.
An update now on breaking news from yesterday morning. A man is facing his third OWI offense after causing a fatal crash along East Washington Avenue. Witnesses say 32-year-old Antoine Temple was driving up to 100 miles an hour when he rear-ended another car right around 1 a.m. The driver of that car, a 71-year-old man from Chicago, died at the scene. His 69-year-old wife was also injured.
Democratic lawmakers and community leaders met on the steps of the state capitol to protest the way immigrants are being treated in the United States. There were 11 scheduled speakers Thursday who talked about their personal experience with immigration or why they believe immigrants make the community stronger. There were elected officials like Madison's mayor and alders that were there, but were also leaders from groups such as Centro Hispano and Voces de la Frontera that spoke as well. Though they spoke from different perspectives, they all had the same message that we support immigrants in Dane County and Madison.
We are one community made of many communities, and it is in that diversity that we find our strength. We in Dane County are not the federal government. We are your local government, and we welcome you, we respect you, and we stand with you.
Now, along with supporting immigrants, the group spoke about adding laws that would benefit immigrants and getting rid of immigrations and customs enforcement.
A Madison woman is thankful to be alive this morning after a bullet soared through the wall of her apartment. Catherine Almedia says she was returning to her bedroom from the bathroom around 1 a.m. when a bullet came through the wall, grazed her arm, then landed on her pillow. She says she's lucky it hadn't been just 2 seconds later.
Would have laid down, it would have hit my face. So just good timing. You know, some things like that happen in life. Just like good timing.
Catherine says she is grateful for the police and the emergency responders who helped her out. Officers do not believe she was targeted. They're currently looking into security footage to find the shooter.
A subcontractor Summer is facing a $25,000 fine this morning. The Public Service Commission determined VC Tech violated state law when it failed to contact Digger's hotline before starting work. VC Tech was working for contractor Bear Communications to install a fiber optics line for Verizon Wireless last July when workers struck the gas line. The company's owner had previously argued that Bear Communications workers told them they were fine to dig, but commissioners decided that wasn't good enough.
The common practice of, hey, we're pretty sure it looks good, it's fine, you know, go ahead, which works probably 99 times out of 100, will result in one Sun Prairie, and we can't have another.
The complaint against VC Tech was filed last year by USIC Locating Service, the company contracted to mark the utility lines. USIC's lawyer says the company is pleased with the state's decision.
Happening now, the Wisconsin DNR is investigating a frac sand mine spill up in Jackson County that inundated a tributary with sediment. Water and sediment from the mine turned a nearby creek into a bright tan color. You can see right there in that video. So far, though, the DNR has not reported any fish kills. A DNR spokesperson tells the Wisconsin Public Radio that the spill originated at a mine in the town of Curran. He says the agency behind that mine is working with them in the investigation.
6:06 is your time this morning. City officials and the Public Health Department are addressing a rat infestation affecting a North Madison neighborhood. The Public Health Department says the conditions near Myrtle Street have supported the rats very comfortably. The department is trying to tackle the issue of rats by first teaching residents about some things in their yard that make a great home for the rodents. This includes keeping the area clean of any trash and vegetation. They say rats reproduce very quickly, and it's hard to predict how long it will take to fix the problem.
The state wants to quadruple the size of a juvenile treatment center here in Madison. The State Journal is reporting this morning the Mendota Juvenile Treatment Center could help house the kids and teens coming out of youth prisons here in Wisconsin. You'll remember Lincoln Hills and Copper Lake prisons are both slated to close after years of controversy. The state budget does allocate $59 million to that treatment center. It's part of an overhaul of Wisconsin's juvenile justice system. 6:07 your time now. After two black-owned businesses closed on Willie Street this year, the Black Chamber is hoping this year's Black Restaurant Week will help draw more customers to other struggling businesses.
8 days of deals on meals certainly can't hurt, as Christina Laurie is live this morning to explain. Hi, Christina.
Hi, Josh and Leah. Black Restaurant Week officially kicks off Sunday, but before that, tonight, the first of its kind kickoff jamboree is happening. And then before that, this morning, right now, we are live at the Anointed One here on the west side with Aretha and Odessa to talk about Black Restaurant Week. Both of you have participated before. You're chefs at this restaurant. Odessa, I want to start with you. What's it like participating in Black Restaurant Week?
It's very important because a lot of people get to see and taste the food that we eat and sell here at Anointed One Soul Food Restaurant. And we like to give people good food that's for your soul.
Let's talk about that good food. What are some of the specialties here at the Anointed One?
Our number one is probably the catfish with the three sides, which they call our signatures, which are the collard greens, the yams, and the mac and cheese.
I'll try not to hold it against you that you didn't bring any out here this morning for us to sample. But back to you, Odessa. You've participated in several Black Restaurant Weeks before. What are the crowds like compared to a typical work week?
Very busy. We have a lot of people during Black Restaurant Week. They flood the restaurant. We have people that actually sneaks in the restaurant when other people go out once we close the doors.
So not recommended. But if people are going to come out here, I heard Sunday is your busiest day. Do you have any tips on the best day or time for people to bring out their families?
Absolutely. On Sundays, we get more of the church people that come out. Anyone's welcome, but we're up and ready for whoever that wants to come out and eat some good Southern comfort food.
And they definitely can get that here at the Anointed One. Thank you so much for waking up and talking to us. We look forward to eating your food later. And if anyone at home wants to come out to Black Restaurant Week, it officially kicks off this Sunday. But tonight at 5 o'clock over at the Badger Rock Neighborhood Center, you can get a little sample of the different vendors that will be participating in this year's week. Josh and Leah, my stomach's already rumbling.
Right, making me hungry on this Friday morning. Christina Laurie, thank you very much.
We have a first alert traffic note as you start your day. County Highway M will be closed today and going into the weekend. The closure is under I-3990 west of Milton and started at 6 this morning and lasts until 10 tomorrow morning. Construction crews will be installing drainage pipes and set girders for the bridge crossing over County M.
All right, still ahead this morning. She has taught kids Spanish on television for years, but now Dora the Explorer finally moving up to the big screen. Our film critic Will Loper is here to preview Dora and the Lost City of Gold.
But first, Chris Reese is talking some very pleasant weather in the forecast to kick off the weekend in the 608. You're watching News 3 Now this morning. We thank you for that, and we will be right back.
Good Friday, folks. Another beautiful weather day out here after we've had some stretches of stormy weather at times. But the reality is the past couple of weeks in general have been nice for us. And, well, that's the trend that we're going to continue as we go towards the weekend. 54 is our temperature right now. The wind is calm, but temperatures are mainly in the 50s across southern Wisconsin. As you work your way over towards Mineral Point, the temperature also 54. Lone Rock into the low 50s as well. Monroe has reached 60 degrees, and Milwaukee still at 63. Kenosha joining the 60s party. And we're all going to see those temperatures warm up a bit as we go throughout the day. In the meantime, dew points are going to be staying into the low 50s, so that means we're going to stay comfortable as we go throughout the day. The drier air is in place. That means there are no showers or thunderstorms throughout the upper Midwest. If you want to find showers and thunderstorms, you've got to zoom out and look throughout much of the country as a whole. We're seeing those showers and thunderstorms throughout the southern plains this morning and really working their way throughout the panhandle of Texas and into southern Kansas. This is all kept at bay by a stationary front that's to our south. That's allowing that high pressure to rest right on top of us. And so that's why we're seeing the sunshine today, why we will see it mainly through the weekend, although there will be at least some minor chances for a shower or thunderstorm. That's because a weak disturbance will try to come our direction. It'll at least throw some light cloud cover our way at times as we go through Saturday night into Sunday, but it's also possible that a shower or thunderstorm develops during the overnight hours moving into Sunday. But then the sunshine will return again by the time we go through Sunday afternoon. And so it's not going to be until perhaps Monday night that we truthfully get in on a decent rain chance around here. As we go through the rest of this afternoon, temperatures topping out right at 79 degrees. That sunshine sticking around. We're going to stay very comfortable. Overnight tonight, lows fall towards 57. I think we're going to be mostly clear, but it's possible that some high clouds will try to sneak into the picture. More sunshine going into Saturday. Saturday afternoon, we'll see those highs right around 80 to 81. And then again, it's going to be Saturday night into Sunday that weak chance for a shower or thunderstorm will be possible. But this afternoon, look for those temperatures right around 79. Then as we head into tonight, overnight lows will be right around 57. We're going to be staying mostly clear and comfortable, but then here's what happens as we go through the week ahead. Temperatures will gradually warm up to slightly above average initially, but then we'll have a cold front that comes through on Monday. That'll bring those chances for rain Monday going into Tuesday. Wednesday will be a rather chillier day, and then we'll gradually warm things back up as we head through the end of the 10-day stretch. By next Sunday, it's possible we'll see those highs right around 86. But now let's head to Josh Tim with your first alert traffic. Josh?
Yeah, good morning. No delays on the Beltline so far. Everything is moving well if you're heading east and westbound for the most part. Checking out other roads here in Dane County. Just watching some of the usual brake lights on Verona Road and Stoughton Road approaching the Beltline ramps. Looking good downtown around the Capitol Square and on campus. I would plan on things picking up, especially over the next hour or so. And other main routes, including the interstate, still moving at the posted speeds with no crashes or delays. Your first alert traffic, I'm Josh Tim.
Josh, thank you, and Chris, thank you as well. Growing up, she taught us how to speak Spanish, and this weekend in theaters, Dora the Explorer is off to high school and the jungle.
The film is Dora and the Lost City of Gold, and here with the preview is our film critic, Will Loper. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. Yeah, forget turning to the camera and teaching us Hola and Gracias. The logical next step is, of course, showing us how to be Indiana Jones. Take a look at Dora the Explorer in live action.
Delicioso! Can you say delicioso?
She'll grow out of it.
Isabella Moner is Dora, off on her greatest adventure yet.
We're on to something big, Dora.
An ancient city made of gold.
We're gonna break some rules.
We're coming with you, Prima.
Oh, look. Dora brought a knife on the field trip, everybody.
I work with your parents. You're all in danger.
We're gonna die out here.
There's no need to overreact. Get it off! Get it off!
Dora and the Lost City of Gold is rated PG.
It's a jungle puzzle.
Stop fooling lovers!
That looks kind of cute.
It does. Now, this may be bad, but I've never seen an episode of Dora in my life. Have you guys?
Come on.
Were you big fans growing up? Oh, man, yeah, I missed out, I know.
I may have partaken while I was babysitting a time or two in high school.
And you are fluent in Spanish.
Yeah, I am, as a matter of fact.
Thank you, Dora. Yeah, no, reviews are good for it. It looks like a fun family adventure, and I love the jungle puzzles as well. I love Indiana Jones, so seeing Dora go do that
Very
looks
cool.
fun.
No review on Monday.
Nope, I won't be here.
All right, enjoy some time off.
Thank you, guys.
See you later, Will.
See ya.
All right, time right now is 6:19. Still ahead for us on a Friday morning. Police in Missouri are looking into why a man wearing full body armor entered a Walmart with a rifle.
And Chris Reese is in for Miss Hattie McLean today, sharing some happy news for us this morning. Just a beautiful Friday to kick off another beautiful weekend. He's in next with your extended forecast when News 3 Now This Morning returns. Welcome back. 6:22 on your Friday. If you're out in Southwest Wisconsin, you have to take a step outside because look at that sunrise in Platteville.
Let me just get out of the way. Hold on.
Oh,
Lee, it's your hometown.
it's my hometown. Anywhere west of Madison, I'm going to claim.
Every county west of
Hey,
Madison.
If it looks like that, can you blame me?
I know anything that's like beautiful with the hill. Leah's like, it's my hometown.
It's my hometown.
Hey.
Island is very large. Takes up half of Wisconsin.
It is beautiful though there in that direction. That sunrise that we see in Platteville this morning, absolutely fantastic. You've got a lot of color on the horizon in contrast with the green, lush grass that is out there. This is a sign of the beauty that is to come as we go throughout the day. The temperature in the meantime, 54 degrees right now in Madison. The winds are calm as well. Dew points are into the low 50s. So folks, that does mean it's going to be comfortable and the dew points are going to stay in the low 50s, which means it's going to stay comfortable as we go throughout the day. 57 in Janesville, Mineral Point at 54. Highland into the 50s. I did that one for Leah there. But here's the deal. As we go throughout your morning, look for those temperatures to warm up towards about 74 degrees by lunchtime. Then when it comes to the afternoon, we'll see those highs right around 79. And again, the sunshine is going to be sticking around as we go through about all of that. Then we extend the forecast out just a bit, and we will see more and more sunshine other than a The only substantial rain chance that'll throw a lot of cloud cover our way is going to come Monday and into Tuesday. Otherwise, all of the other rain chances that you see in that forecast are going to be very minor. Most of those days will feature abundant sunshine as well. Guys?
Another beautiful day in Highland and the rest of Wisconsin. Thank you, Chris. Just into the Channel 3000 Alert Center this morning. The man accused of killing a Racine police officer will be back in court in February with a not guilty plea. The State Journal reports that Delcavis Ward is being charged with first-degree intentional homicide with use of a dangerous weapon, among other charges. Prosecutors say Ward killed police officer John Hetland from Racine, who was trying to stop an armed robbery. If he's convicted, the homicide charge on its own carries a maximum sentence of life in prison.
Around the nation this morning, police in Missouri are looking into why a man wearing full body armor walked into a Walmart carrying a rifle yesterday, terrifying shoppers there. Springfield police said that the armed person was arrested and that no shots were fired. Investigators say the man had more than 100 rounds of ammunition on him. An off-duty firefighter held the 20-year-old suspect at gunpoint until police arrived a few minutes later. That suspect hasn't been charged yet, and the exact crimes are going to be determined later. This comes 5 days after a mass shooting at a Walmart in El Paso, Texas, that left 22 people dead.
Former FBI Deputy Director Andrew McCabe is suing the agency and the Justice Department over his dismissal. McCabe's suit calls his firing politically motivated and retaliatory. He was fired after making statements about communications between the FBI and the news media just hours before his retirement. That made him ineligible for his pension.
Straight ahead for us, we've got the top 3 things you need to know before you head out the door on this Friday morning.
And we're sharing a woman's plea for a very special belonging back after a theft while she was at the park with her kids. That's when News 3 Now this morning continues. Stay with us. From a
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning, folks, and thanks for joining us on your Friday. Finally, August 9th. We are looking at just a beautiful end to the work week. Chris is going to update us on his forecast coming up in just a second.
But first, let's get to the top 3 things that you need to know this morning. First up on the top 3, the Beaver Dam Police Department is still looking for a vehicle that hit a young child and then drove off. It happened just before 6:30 last night at the intersection of South Spring Street and East Davis Street. The car is being described as a late 90s or early 2000s model silver sedan. The name and condition of the child are still being withheld right now.
The second story we're monitoring this morning is an update on breaking news from yesterday. A man is facing his 3rd OWI offense after causing a fatal crash along East Washington Avenue. Witnesses say 32-year-old Antoine Temple was driving up to 100 miles an hour when he rear-ended another car around 1 a.m. The driver of that vehicle, a 71-year-old man from Chicago, died at the scene. His 69-year-old wife was also injured.
And rounding out the top 3, Republican Senate leader Mitch McConnell says lawmakers will work on bipartisan gun legislation after the August recess. The National Rifle Association's chief executive said in a statement that the proposals being discussed would make millions of law-abiding Americans less safe and less able to defend themselves.
Those are the top 3 things to know on your Friday. Chris is here now with your forecast and a traffic report. Hi, Chris.
Good morning, guys. Another beautiful day out there, full of sunshine as well as we see a beautiful sunrise. Temperatures that are into the 50s are continuing to rock and roll. Even some low 60s showing up. Milwaukee at 63, Kenosha and Monroe both at 60. Black River Falls just not warming up right now. Still at 44 degrees for them. Still, though, high-resolution Doppler free of the shower and thunderstorm activity. That's all thanks to high pressure that remains in control for us this morning. There's a stationary front just towards our south. It's keeping a lot of the shower and thunderstorm activity well at bay. But, folks, as you step out the door this morning, look for those temperatures to stay in the 50s and then gradually warm up. Once the sun continues to rise, we'll see the 60s by 9 and then the mid 70s by lunch. Look for the afternoon high to top out right around 79 warm degrees. Let's go ahead and show you guys first alert traffic as you begin to head out the door. This is East Washington at Stoughton Road, the intersection moving along smoothly. So far, no major crashes or anything showing up, so go ahead and try to keep it that way on this Friday. Hopefully everyone can get to work smoothly this morning.
Chris, thank you. Right now, a woman is asking for help after losing her rings at Palmer Park in Janesville. Caitlin Wingo says she took off the rings, including her wedding ring and her late great-aunt's ring, while putting sunscreen on her kids. She says after forgetting she set them down on a bench, she came back to find them gone. She thinks it's possible someone could have taken them.
I want my rings back. I don't care why you took them or who you are. I just want them back.
She says if someone finds the rings or knows where they are, they should call the Janesville Police Department.
A group of UW-Madison researchers is looking into building an app to help prevent drug overdoses. The study will receive a nearly $3.5 million grant from the National Institutes for Health for that project. The goal is to predict the day-by-day probability of drug use among people in recovery. This study will focus on 500 participants over 1 year of their recovery.
Well, if dining out is in your weekend plans, you'll want to hear this next story.
Oh yeah, Black Restaurant Week is back with local owners offering deals on meals in the hopes that you'll patronize their business. Our Christina Laurie joins us live with why, for some, this year has extra meaning. Good morning, Christina.
Good morning, Josh and Leah. You might remember that when Jamaica closed its doors this past June after more than 25 years in business, people were understandably very disappointed. That's why other businesses are stepping up and hoping you'll step in this weekend and participate at this year's Black Restaurant Week. We are live on the west side this morning at the Anointed One with Claude Gilmore. He's the vice president from the Madison Black Chamber of Commerce. Thank you for talking to us again.
Thank you very much.
So why should people come out and participate during Black Restaurant Week?
Well, I think it's an opportunity for you to, one, experience some great amount of culinary recipes by some excellent cooks. And the cuisine really ranges from West African, Ethiopian, a range of desserts, people operating in restaurants, people operating in food carts, and people who offer catering services. So our job at the Madison Black Chamber is to make sure that we promote entrepreneurs and give them a chance to showcase their work, and that's what this week is about.
And the entire concept of Black Restaurant Week was really spearheaded here in Madison. We were the first to host this week.
Yes.
What do you know about that?
Yeah, we are the oldest Black Restaurant Week celebration. Many other cities have begun to duplicate what we're doing. We began this back in 2016, and this will be our fourth celebration of Black Restaurant Week. So we're very excited. All of our members are very excited to this week and to be able to showcase their skills and their products.
And as we mentioned earlier, Jamaica, that barbecue joint, both closed earlier this year, but there are new restaurants by Black business owners here in Madison. What are those like?
Well, there are many of them who have been here for a while. For example, McGee's Chicken is opening up a new location in Sun Prairie. On the east side, you've got Baraka that specializes in Ethiopian food, and you have Kingdom Cafe for West African. But there's so many different types of cuisine here. The Anointed One, soul food, rich array of the kinds of foods that people remember and can come and taste. And so tonight, though, we have a very exciting event. We're going to be celebrating a jamboree, and this will be our first time doing a jamboree where we have people come and sample from 10 food carts and 10 caterers, and some of the restaurants will be offering samples of their food that are going to be available for during the week. So people can come out this evening at the Badger Rock Badger Rock Neighborhood Center from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m., and they will be able to taste, and it's about $2 a sample. Come out and taste it, and then if you like it, come back and support that restaurant during next week.
Thank you so much for talking to us this morning, Claude. And if you'd like to come out to the actual week itself, that starts this Sunday, Josh and Leah.
Christina Laurie reporting for us this morning, making us hungry on this Friday. Thank you very much, Christina.
6:36 is your time right now. Amazon has broken off their relationship with FedEx, and they have a new delivery solution. What they want you to know.
And speaking of taking flight, if your last name is Green, Frontier Airlines has a promotion that's literally just for you. We'll see how you can get a free flight. That's next on News 3 Now this morning.
Get the
6:39 on a Friday morning, and I feel like this has been like a repeat shot this week. Just beautiful, spectacular, sunshine-filled.
Hey, we will take it. You
I
could not
know.
ask for a better end to the summer.
What a beautiful lake weekend, pool weekend, anything outside. I think you got to do it now.
In case you needed a reminder, we live in such a beautiful city. Beautiful, beautiful shot right there of Lake Mendota.
And we know that this isn't going to be along forever.
No, so take it in, folks.
Take it in while we can.
All right, so we always ask you to share your morning with us this time of the day. Take a look at what Terry sent us. Another beautiful picture of a lake. Quite the view for a little cup of joe.
Yeah, a couple drops of sunshine in that coffee, I think, this morning.
Hey, I'll take that.
I was going to say, I'd like to be sitting on that dock right about now.
Terry, we're jealous of your view. Thank you so much for sharing.
If you've got a photo that you'd like to share with us of your morning, all you have to do is put it on our social media pages and use the hashtag MyNews3Morning so we can pick out our favorites and air them right here on the morning show. Frontier Airlines is offering a new deal that will surely make some people green with envy. The airline is running an online promotion called Green Week. Anyone with the last name Green or Green can fly free next Tuesday. All you have to do is book a flight on its website for August 13th and confirm your last name. Frontier's website states the promotion is part of a 6-year initiative to make their flights more green.
Interesting. All right, speaking of taking flight, Amazon is looking for clearance from the FAA to fly drones. The goal is to fly packages to customers in 30 minutes or less, but they're still waiting on the FAA to give them the go-ahead. Amazon also wants to be exempt from drone-specific rules, things like requiring them to only be operated when an operator can see it.
Still ahead for us on a Friday morning, just a beautiful start to the weekend here in the 608, and there's more where that came from. Where's Barrett?
Come on.
Come on, it's the weekend, Barrett. You got to be celebrating.
He's sleeping in.
Maybe he'll surprise us here. Meteorologist Chris Reese is in next to update the extended forecast. He's still sleeping.
Oh, I don't blame him. But first, it's August 9th. We want to say happy birthday to Ezra, Riley, and all the kiddos turning 3 today. We hope you are hitting the pool. We hope you have a lovely birthday. And thanks for celebrating with us here on News 3 Now this morning.
Look
Happy Friday, folks. Let's go ahead and start with just how beautiful things are from the Edgewater Skycam. This is a live look over the Memorial Union Terrace, folks. You got the sailboats out, the water looking very calm and beautiful out there. Temperature-wise, we're at 54. The winds are calm as well. The dew points are into the low 50s. Folks, those dew points will be staying in the low 50s as we go throughout the day. That does mean that we're going to stay very comfortable. Let's look at other temperatures. The Dells at 52. Same for Juneau. Janesville at 57, Platteville at 55, Boscobel at 56. You notice the trend? Most of those temperatures are into the 50s this morning, along with the dew points that are going to be rocking out into the low to mid 50s as we go throughout the day. This drier air, this more comfortable air is brought to us by high pressure. That's keeping Doppler track free of any of the showers and thunderstorms this morning. Any showers and thunderstorms might be noted as you work your way further towards the southern plains, Arkansas, southern Missouri. You go throughout Kansas and parts of Oklahoma. That's where the showers and thunderstorms are, and they're going to be staying there because the stationary fronts will be keeping that at bay, and that means the high pressure is going to be staying on top of us as we go through the weekend. One thing we'll watch, though, is a weak disturbance that'll try to sneak underneath that high pressure as we go into Saturday night. That may try to throw some clouds and maybe a stray shower or two our direction as we head into the overnight hours towards Sunday. But I still think most folks are going to be dry. Our better rain chances will begin to move our direction from this system that will begin to arrive as we head into your Monday. Let's plan out today, though, because it is the weekend. It's Friday. Maybe you're trying to figure out your plans. By this afternoon, we'll see that sunshine sticking around. Highs top out right around 79 degrees for us here in Madison. Overnight tonight, we're going to be very dry and very comfortable, so those temperatures will once again fall into the 50s for your overnight lows, perhaps even some mid-50s. One of the things that Future Track tries to do is throw some high-level cloud cover our direction. It's possible, but most folks are going to keep those clear skies around as we go through tonight. More sunshine and a south wind on Saturday. That'll allow those temperatures to work their way into the 80s for your Saturday highs. But again, this afternoon, just shy of the 80-degree mark, although a few people may make it towards 80. The winds will be out of the north and west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's what happens later on tonight. Some high-level cloud cover is possible, but for the most part, folks will be clear, will be very comfortable as those lows fall towards 57. Let's talk about the rain chances in the week ahead, though. We'll have that late rain chance Saturday night and into Sunday. A more widespread rain chance Monday into Tuesday, but notice how temperatures drop as that cold front comes through Wednesday. That would be my pick day of the forecast outside of today. We'll keep those 80s gradually coming back into the picture by the time we get you towards next weekend. Your pet walk is Mila and Wanakee. Is the dog swimming in a pool? Is that's this is my spirit animal. This is what I've done all summer.
That is a Friday.
Oh my gosh.
That is a Friday.
Buddy.
I'm gonna look like that later.
Me too. Josh, we'll have to post our pool pictures with Mila here.
It's been a long week, folks.
Yes.
Mila knows what's up.
Thank you very much, Chris.
My pleasure.
The Morning Sprint is up next on News Now this morning, but first here's Anthony Mason with what's coming up at 7. Hi.
Good morning. Ahead on CBS this morning, a warning for parents. Inclined sleepers voluntarily recalled for putting babies at risk are still in use. Anna Werner will explain why they are so dangerous and what to do if you still have one. Plus, Aston Martin will take you for a drive in James Bond's car for a close-up look at the gadgets that make it a secret agent's dream ride. It's up for auction. You can buy it. We'll see you at 7.
It is 6:51. Time for the morning sprint as our team gives you more local news than anybody else to start your Friday.
We start with news just into the Channel 3000 Alert Center this morning. The man accused of killing a Racine police officer will be back in court in February with a not guilty plea. Delcavis Ward is being charged with first-degree intentional homicide with use of a dangerous weapon, among other charges. He's accused of killing Racine police officer John Hetland during an armed robbery attempt. The homicide charge alone carries a maximum sentence of life in prison.
The Packers are undefeated, at least so far in the preseason, after they kicked off against the Texans last night. For Coach Matt LaFleur's first outing as a head coach, the teams were tied 7-7 in the second quarter, but ultimately the Packers pulled ahead and beat the Houston Texans by a slim 2 points. Final score 28-26. The next game is set for Thursday in Baltimore.
Police in Beaver Dam are still looking for a vehicle that hit a young child, then drove off. It happened just before 6:30 last night at the intersection of South Spring Street and East Davis Street. The car is described as a late 90s or early 2000s model silver sedan. The name and condition of the child have not yet been released.
A man is facing his third OWI offense after causing a fatal crash along East Washington Avenue. Witnesses say 32-year-old Antoine Temple was driving up to 100 miles an hour when he rear-ended another car around 1 a.m. Thursday. The driver of that car, a 71-year-old man from Chicago, died at the scene. His 69-year-old wife was also injured.
A woman here in Madison is thankful to be alive this morning after a bullet soared through the wall of her apartment. Catherine Almedia says she was returning to her bedroom from the bathroom last night when a bullet came through the wall, grazed her arm, then landed on her pillow. Officers do not believe she was targeted. They're currently looking at security footage to find the shooter.
A subcontractor involved in the Sun Prairie explosion last summer is facing a $25,000 fine this morning. The Public Service Commission determined VC Tech violated state law when it failed to contact the Diggers hotline before starting work. The company's owner had previously argued that Bear Communications workers told them they were fine to dig, but commissioners decided that wasn't good enough.
High pressure is in control of our forecast. You know what that means. Plenty of sunshine is going to be sticking around as we go throughout the day. Temperature-wise, as you head out the door, most of us are into the mid-50s. But as we go throughout your Friday, look for the sunshine to continue. We'll top out right around 79.
Chris, thank you. New this morning, human rights organization Amnesty International is issuing a travel warning for anyone traveling into the United States. They say to exercise extreme caution and to have a contingency plan. They say this is because of the ongoing rampant gun violence in the United States. They say to avoid places like cultural events, places of worship, schools, and malls. Uruguay and Venezuela have also issued travel advisories for their citizens traveling to the U.S.
Republican Senate Leader Mitch McConnell says lawmakers will work on bipartisan gun legislation after the August recess. The NRA is responding this morning, saying the proposals being discussed would, quote, make millions of law-abiding Americans less safe and less able to defend themselves.
Police in Missouri are looking into why a man wearing body armor walked into a Walmart store carrying a rifle, terrifying shoppers there. Springfield police say the armed person was arrested and no shots were fired. Investigators say the man had more than 100 rounds of ammunition. An off-duty firefighter held the 20-year-old suspect at gunpoint until police arrived.
The FBI wants to see what you're posting, who you're following, and what you're liking in real time, and it's raising some privacy concerns. They're looking for contractors who can search platforms like Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. They also want user ID numbers, emails, IP addresses, and phone numbers.
If you missed last month's Summer Restaurant Week, you're in luck. The 4th annual Madison Black Restaurant Week kicks off this Sunday, and here are 3 things to know before you go. First, this year's week has extra meaning for Black business owners after 2 Black-owned businesses closed on Willie Street alone earlier this year. In total, 7 restaurants, 9 food carts, and 3 dessert shops are participating. 2, you can take advantage of Black Restaurant Week for a full 8 days. Deals start this Sunday, running through next Sunday. And 3, you can get a taste of the food and deals before that. Tonight, you can head to the first ever Black Restaurant Week kickoff jamboree from 5 until 8 at the Badger Rock Neighborhood Center.
Thank you, Christina. New information just into the Channel 3000 Alert Center. We are learning that the frac sand mine spill up in Jackson County was caused by a pumping malfunction at a mine. Wisconsin Public Radio reports it happened last Friday night, spilling sediment into a nearby creek and turning it a bright orange tan color. The DNR says there are no reports of fish kills as a result of that as of this morning.
6:56 is your time. Let's turn over to Josh Tim with a final look at your first alert traffic. Hi, Josh.
Good morning, guys. Westbound side of the Beltline is starting to pick up between Stoughton Road and West Broadway. It's going to add an extra minute to your time. Inbound side of John Nolan getting busier at Rimrock and then again at Olin Avenue as you make your way into the downtown area. Roanoke Road starting to tap the brakes near the Highway PD intersection. And other main routes, including the interstate, still cruising at the usual speeds with no major crashes or delays. Your first alert traffic, I'm Josh Tim.
Josh, thank you so much.
And it's still another very beautiful day out there. Look at that sky, full of sunshine, not even a cloud out there at the moment. 57 degrees is our temperature in Madison right now. As we go through the next 12 hours, look for those temperatures to warm up to 79. A few spots might try to make a run at 80 degrees. But folks, the extended forecast does feature a lot of sunshine in it, although there are multiple rain chances as well. The only rain chances that I think are ones to actually take major note of would be Monday into Tuesday. All of the other rain chances will be minor rain chances throughout days that are predominantly dominated by the sun.
All right, Chris, thank you.
My pleasure, of
And
course.
thank you guys for joining us on your Friday. Enjoy the weekend, enjoy that sun, and we'll see you right back here Monday morning. Have a good one.